NBA regular season rolls on. This game, part of the NBA Cup.
Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Scoot Henderson. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. And it's Lawson in at the 2. And for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler out there with Sarr. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Santos in at the 3. And when you look at the numbers for these teams, Brent, they both pile up assists.
Well, those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
Here we go. It'll be the Warriors off the tip. Well, guys, you can't look at this team and not get into the topic of MP. He's been a very vocal and driving force for his squad, and he's made it known that he's got his sights set on winning the NBA Cup this season.
And you gotta love how that just ramps up his teammates, the coaching staff, and even us at the broadcast table. But seriously, I'm gonna be looking at how tough each of these group stage games are for MP. He and his guys aren't the only team with their sights set on the NBA Cup this season.
Here's Henderson, following the score by Golden State. Fires for 3. Here's Ayton. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Here's Red Hot, defended by Henderson. Pass to Pajemski. Here's Sarr. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
Avdia passes to Henderson. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Anytime Henderson can't get to the rim, that mid-range jumper is always there.
Here's Red Hot, defended by Henderson. Pass to Santos. Throws it up high. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Here's Ayton from deep three-point land. Pajemski grabs the board.
Maybe a little false confidence there. Not a high percentage shot for him.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Here's Red Hot. Last game out, he had 38 points. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Inside. Shot's good by Henderson. Henderson's got his second basket of the game.
There's so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the second overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Off the outside. Henderson, the pass to Lawson. The 3 from Ayton, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Pass to Red Hot. Here's Santos. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Ayton. Henderson outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. You know, not too many teams have the stability. And head coach as the Warriors have had, right?
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
First one falls for him. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Pass to Henderson. Here's Kamari. Takes the three. Rebounded by Butler.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Warriors trail by 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him what their biggest challenge would be defensively, and his quick answer was Scoot Henderson. He said Henderson's as explosive as they come. We can't let him get out on the break and control the pace. Their hope is to force Henderson to operate in the half-court offense, but Scoot may have other ideas, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Henderson, coming in off 21 points in his last outing.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
When you talk wings, Butler is a top-notch passer. He has a great understanding of the game.
So it's Portland now, after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pass to Kamari. There's the three. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Here's Santos, defended by Avdia. Here's Red Hot. To the paint. Tipped. Here's Kamari. Butler covering. Henderson for 3. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
In for Kamara. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. The 4th spot held by the Warriors.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Red Hot passes to Sarr. There's a screen. Here's Red Hot. The 3 ball. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists in the game. Henderson with it, now guarded by Butler. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Red Hot. Lets it go. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. Henderson with it. Takes a three. Another three for Portland.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Butler. And he converts the layup.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Portland leading by 4. Henderson left side. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for the Warriors. Butler against Henderson. Simons outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ayton. With the stuff.
The big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
Warriors trail by 4. Here's Red Hot. 12 points for him. It's Podziemski on the wing. Pass to Red Hot. Back to Butler. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Davis comes in for Podziemski. Klingin, he's checked in for Portland.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Avdia passes to Lawson. To the middle. Here's Henderson. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to Red Hot. Dosunmu for 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now here's Simons. To the inside. Here's Lawson. Banked it in off the glass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Warriors trail by 3. Avdia with a steal. Simons outside, launches a 3, pure from 3-point range.
Yeah, Simons has great confidence in shooting that 3 ball, and that consistency will help this squad.
Pass to Davis. The 3 is up. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's Lawson. Simons outside, beyond the arc. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Golden State has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Pass to Red Hot. Down low. The shot by Butler, no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Here's Lawson. Now Avdia, covered by Jackson Davis. Avdia with it. Jackson Davis on him. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. And here's Simons outside. Another miss by Simons.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Outside Davis. Pass to Red Hot. Back to Davis. Here's Red Hot.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
That free throw no good. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. And the Blazers making a change here. He hits the second from the line. 1:58 left in the first. Simons against Davis. Picked up by Sohan. There's Simons with a three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Blazers and came away with a win.
And they really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
A nice shot by Chandler.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's Red Hot. 17 points in the game. Dosunmu on the wing. Here's Red Hot. 5 to shoot. And that one is hammered home.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamari. He's covered by Dosunmu. Here's Klingon. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up, and you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
And the first one at the line is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Back to Dosunmu. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Simons. Shoots over Davis. Simons' shot is good. Simons got 5 points.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Red Hot. Davis from long range. The shot won't fall. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the trip? Blazers in this one.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. We've got Jeremy Sohan. He's out there with Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. And down it goes. 2 points. Sarr's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Red hot in the last game against the Grizzlies, delivered quite a performance. He picked up 38 points and just played hard, notching a double-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Red Hot. He's got 19. Outside Pajemski. And he lobs it up to the rim. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
The great the defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And Simons right now just assertive and confident in his offensive game.
Here's Red Hot. Outside Payton. Pass to Pajemski. Right wing. Here's Red Hot. Outside Payton. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Kamare. For Portland, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's Chandler. And he banks in the layup. And now a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Red Hot. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. They set the screen to the paint. Here's Klingon. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Jimmy Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Santos comes in for Payton. Here's Chandler. Simons outside. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Sarr's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Here's Red Hot. That one's good. This game is all even. Red Hot's got 24.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Now here's Simons. Give him 8. Larson, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Sarr. Here's Red Hot. Here's Santos. He's covered by Simons. Here's Red Hot. Oh, it's his 10th basket on 12 tries. You got to appreciate the efficiency here.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Larson, still without a bucket. Pass to Chandler from behind the arc. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. No question, this offense has some fire. Power.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Here's Santos. Here's Red Hot. He's got 26. Inside. It's stolen away. Here's Larson to end the drought. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Here's Red Hot. The Blazers making their last shot. Drops in the 3. Podziemski's got his first 3 points of the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Simons with it. Now Podziemski defending to the middle. Klingon. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
And good whistle there.
First personal foul. Second team.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Avdia outside. The floater, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the Blazers, Denny Avdia, shooting 1.
Free throw good, Avdia.
Denny Avdia has a ton of versatility, and the coaches encourage him to explore. And this guy can make an impact both on and off the ball.
Here's Red Hot. 28 points for him. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Lawson. To the paint. Here's Avdia. The shot misses. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Here's Red Hot. Here's Santos. No points so far. And here's Simons. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Look at Butler finish the break.
Kind of fun when you have a fast break where guys want to join you. And Jimmy Butler, he's a member of the party.
Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season. Even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments. And that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
Here's Red Hot. Pass Santos. And here's Pajemski. Here's Red Hot. Now Pajemski. Clock at 6. Here's Santos. Here's Red Hot. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Simons with it. Now Pajemski defending. He got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. Down low. Here's Lawson. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Lawson's gotten his 2nd bucket.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Pass to Red Hot. Let's go with a 3. Sinks it from distance.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Now here's Avdia. Back to Henderson. Ayton inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Assertive from Ayton, wanting to score often and then forcing the D right there at his size to foul him.
That's good from Ayton.
And Ayton has done such a good job of staying focused and really staying in his lane to make the contributions that he does.
Kamara, he's checked in for Portland.
Trying their best to catch up. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter.
And here are the Warriors now. It's a 3-point game. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one, and that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. Pass to Red Hot. Back to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Red Hot. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Red Hot's got 33 points. Here's Kamari. He's covered by Dosunmu.
They've been impeccable from the line here in the 2nd period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
And these will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the 2nd one.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Here's Red Hot. 33 points for him. Davis can't hit. Here's Kamari. He's covered by Dosunmu. Henderson with it. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, despite standing about 6'2", Henderson has a big-time vertical, and he plays a lot bigger than his height.
Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. So it's Portland now, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Ayton. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
There's 1:17 left in the half. Davis misses.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Lawson. Here's Ayton. Goes to the fadeaway. And it's now only a 1-point Warrior lead.
But hitting that mid-range shot, this is right now probably the extent of Ayton's range.
Red hot passes to Davis. 43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Jackson Davis a screen. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Warriors shooting 56% for the second quarter. 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Butler. Inside. Shot from the low post is good. Red Hot's got 37. Now here's Henderson. Fires from deep. Oh, and he... hits it at the buzzer.
The tray at the horn knocks it all up. They have the momentum going into the locker room.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league. Which teams are hot and which are not. Guys, what's it like to be at the top of this chart?
It always feels good, Ernie, to be on a winning streak. Players may not watch the rankings, but they do feel that momentum is on their side.
Is that right? Shaq, did you ever feel that when you were on a big win streak?
Well, Ernie, when I look at my career, it was like one big win streak. I maybe lost 5 or 6 games total for 19 years.
5 or 6? That's very impressive. And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. We've got Brandon Pajemski. Butler out there with Sarr. And it's red hot in it to 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Now here's Pajemski. Pass to red hot. The 3 is up. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Kamare. And Ayton with the stuff.
Set a rugged screen. Nice roll by Ayton to get to the bucket.
Here's Red Hot, defended by Henderson. Outside Pajemski. Connects from downtown. Pajemski's got 6.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Portland leading. Pass to Lawson. Back to Henderson. Lawson passes to Henderson. Hayden with a screen. 4-3, and it's Henderson with a 3. Henderson's got 22 points.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Nails it from 3. Red Hot's got 40 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 22. Blocked! Here's Red Hot. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He maybe tried... to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 1, number 9.
The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. To the middle. Red Hot pulls it in.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Portland trailing here. Lawson passes to Henderson. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. To the paint. And that one's good. Lawson's got 5 points in the quarter. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
Here's Red Hot. 43 points in the game. Down low. 4 on the clock. Butler passes to Red Hot. Launches it. Butler can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Henderson. They double him with Butler. For 3. Lawson's shot is off. Golden State has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Red Hot. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Drives to the hoop and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And he lobs it up.
In the lob game, you don't see that many 6'2 players on the finishing end, but Henderson is a prime exception.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Red Hot. Butler, a screen on Henderson. Here's Red Hot. There's the drive, and there's the rejection.
No way, says Danny Avdia. Got right to that one.
To the right side. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point Portland lead. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And they're on the run. Here's Henderson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Here's Santos. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Six to shoot. Outside Pajemski. Looking to win the run. Red Hot. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Henderson with it. Now guarded by Butler. Trailblazers lead by 5. Ayton finds Henderson. And Ayton with the stuff.
It's one thing to get to your spots. It's another thing to shoot with that kind of rhythm. And DeAndre Ayton in one right now.
Here's Red Hot. He has 45 points. Back to Pajemski. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Pajemski's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Henderson scanning the floor. From 18 feet away, Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Red Hot, defended by Avdia. Red Hot passes to Butler. Here's Red Hot. To the inside. Outside Pajemski. From the arc. It's tipped. And here's Henderson. 26 points for him. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Sarr. He's covered by Ayton. Pass to Santos. The 3. Avdia pulls it in. Trailblazers lead by 4. Here's Lawson. Down low. Here's Ayton. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, this is a maturity play here. Lots of pressure around him, and he doesn't speed up.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Sarr. Payton comes in for Jimmy Butler. DeSumo, he's checked in for Santos. And it's Davis in for Pajemski. Sohan's checked in for Portland. Chandler comes in for Henderson. He misses the free throw. Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Portland. And he sinks the second. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Well, Anthony Simons is out here to score, but boy, does he find all kinds of ways to torture defense.
Davis against Simons. Here's Red Hot. Davis, the pass to Red Hot. Davis with a screen on Simons. Here's Red Hot. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Red Hot.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. What a finish with a reverse dunk.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Avdia can't get it to go.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. And they respect the decision-making from him out there. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Outside Davis. Off target with the 3. Trailblazers lead by 4. Pass to Simons. Ayton in the high post. Oh, and a dunk by Ayton.
How about Ayton going up there and showing off a little bit of his skill with the half turn?
With the drive, Red Hot. Now here's Jackson Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson Davis has got his second bucket of the night. And so here's Portland, and that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip. Avdia outside. Chandler the pass to Lawson. Avdia outside. From downtown. Shot clock at 5 to the paint. And that one's good. Lawson's got 11 points.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
DeSumo outside. Here's Red Hot. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Outside Davis. Pulls up. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Davis taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Sohan comes in for Avdia. And that's good as he hits both shots. 1:53 left in the third. Pass to Klingon. Simons outside. It's good. 13 points in the game.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
1:19 left to play in the third quarter here. Now here's DeSumo. He's covered closely. Pass to Red Hot. To the middle. Here's Jackson Davis. Sohan with a rebound. Knocks it loose. And another one.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you
DeSumo outside. Pass to Red Hot. Up top, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Red Hot. Got a hand on it, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. "19 seconds left in the third."
the smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
With 2 seconds left.
Get out of the way! Wow! Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
Maybe trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Klingon, Anthony Simons out there with Jeremy Sohan, and it's Wall in at the 3. Here's Chandler. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Klingon. Misses the baby hook. The Warriors leading. Here's Red Hot. DeSumo outside. This one for 3. Portland with a rebound. 1 minute in now in the 4th quarter. Wall with it. DeSumo picks him up. Wall looking over the floor. Pass to Chandler. Over to the left wing. Here's Sohan. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Red Hot. Sohan covering. From 17. Jackson Davis misses.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Picked up by Sohan. On the wing, Simons. Guarded by Payton. And it's Simons missing.
Well, we talk about the value of great rim protection. That's a shot he typically makes.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. On Sunday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. First free throw is good. Sarge checked in for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler comes in for Payton. That one misses.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
Sohan with the ball. And Davis picks him up defensively. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Red Hot. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And he's going for the oop here. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Pajimski's checked in for Dosunmu. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Pass to Klingen. There's a screen. There's Simons with a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Here's Red Hot. Oh, connects again.
He's put on an entertaining show once again. I don't know that anyone has his combination of talent and relentlessness.
He's now tied for 5th place in games of 60 points or more over a season. Here's Chandler into the lane. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Chandler's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
And that one's good. Davis.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
I'll take a look at it. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Here's Red Hot. There's a screen. Pass to Butler. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan.
The pump fake can still be used. This just in. And Butler with a great up fake to keep the defense off balance.
No good on that one. And the Warriors making a change here. Santos is checked in. A big group substitution here for Portland. And he's good on the second.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Henderson, the pass to Lawson. Here's Ayton. Inside. Outside for Henderson. Ayton with a screen. To the left side wing. Lawson gets the 3 ball to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Pass to Red Hot. Now Pajimski. Here's Red Hot, defended by Henderson. Here's Red Hot. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Portland leading by 5. Here's Avdia. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
A willingness to play physical. Avdia not holding back.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Portland making a switch here. Kamara's checked in. And both free throws good for Avdia.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Here's Santos. Pass to Red Hot. To the paint. And it's Butler with the jam.
And that's Jimmy Butler with a great finish there. Good hands to catch the pass and throw it through.
Henderson outside. Pass to Ayton. Avdia outside. All alone. Red Hot pulls it in. Red Hot's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
three-pointer. Portland with a rebound. Avdia outside. Pass to Lawson. Now Henderson. Hayden with a screen. To the inside. Oh, deflected. Here's Red Hot. Pass to Sarr. Shot from the top of the key. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Henderson. Here's Lawson. Now here's Avdia. Clock at 6. Here's Lawson. Jacks up a 3. Pajimski grabs the board. Pajimski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Red Hot. Pajimski with it. Pass to Red Hot. There's the triple. Gets the 3 to fall.
He hit 3 triples in the first half. 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Butler against Henderson. Sweet little floater. Henderson's got 9 points here in the second half.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Here's Pajimski. Another 3 for Golden State.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Avdia outside. Pass to Kamari. Henderson for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Red Hot's got rebound number 11. Here's Santos. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal.
And that was pretty blatant there.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors.
Jackson Davis.
Portland has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Lawson passes to Henderson. And it's blocked by Butler.
And Butler, really, he's a two-way terror. I mean, that's the only way to say it. Sending that one down.
Here's Henderson. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Henderson's got 30 points.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Here's Red Hot. Outside Pajimski to tie it up. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Henderson against Butler. Pass to Lawson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Butler. An excellent opportunity here.
Seizing the lead right now would be huge.
Here's Red Hot, defended by Avdia. Red Hot passes to Butler. Here's Red Hot to take the lead. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Henderson. Butler covering. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Davis, he's checked in for Pajimski. The Warriors have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Outside Davis. Pass to Red Hot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 3 minutes.
Back to Davis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Fourth personal foul.
It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And the second of 2 is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. We've got 1:55 left in the final quarter. Butler against Henderson. The jump hook. Ayton, no good.
He usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
And they're pushing it up. Finished off the break. Ayton's got 29 points.
Wow, we've seen Ayton step up in big moments, in big games, and deliver.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Red Hot passes to Butler. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Felt like he was getting more and more hungry as he got closer to the rim. Jimmy Butler just tenacious there.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 2 here. Good on both.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Portland has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Pass to Ayton. 1:04 left. In the fourth quarter. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance in the three-point play. That's on Jimmy Butler. That's good from Ayton.
That and 1 is huge, making this now a 2-possession game.
Here's Santos. Pass to Red Hot. Fires the 3.
.104 left in the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got DeAndre Ayton, Avdia out there with Henderson, and it's Kamare in at the
Warriors trail by 4. So the Trailblazers 5 right now. We've got Denny Avdia. He's out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Lawson in at the 2 guard. Here's Red Hot.
Warriors trail by 4. On the floor for Portland, Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the small forward.
That is world class. Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Henderson. 41 seconds left in the game.
Look at Henderson ignoring mistakes and just going to work.
Here's Red Hot.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then there's Scoot Henderson, and it's Lawson in at the 2 spot. Here's Red Hot.
On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Ayton. Scoot Henderson is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Henderson. After the made shot from Red Hot. Puts it up off the inbound. Henderson, no good. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
What an opportunity here.
Yeah, a chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Pass to Red Hot. Jackson Davis with it. Here's Red Hot to take the lead.